Okay, wow, what a great performance that was Acoustic HMTI. So please everyone give your loudest applause to Acoustic HMTI. If you're still curious with their performance, don't worry, we still have some more of that. So stay tuned in this event.
Okay, then hello everyone and good evening. My name is Rayan Zantira as your host for this event. And not only that, I'm not alone here. I have a lovely partner. Hello, Cindy.
Hello Rehan, what a lovely night. We would like to welcome all of you to English Club official lounge.
Woo. Okay, this special evening marks the beginning of a great community, a great organization, a great potential for all English learners, English users, and those who want to achieve great success by joining this community.
And now, let's continue to our next agenda. We have a welcoming speech from the head of department, Mr. Nasir Ardiansa, STMT PhD. So for Mr. Asir, we give the screen to you.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear my voice clearly, guys? Hello?
Okay, loud and clear.
Loud and clear, thank you. Yeah, uh, wait a minute. Let me adjust my uh, device. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to all of you, guys. First of all, I'm really happy because when I see the attendance, it's what is it? I think it's more than 100. I think, yeah, students, our friends are really excited to join this club, right? Okay, first of all, I would like to utter my gratitude to EC Club teams led by Miss Ima, Miss Ayu, Miss Ella, Miss Tiara, Miss Ika, also team from students and HMTI. Good job, guys. I also want to give a warm welcome to all participants, especially for IE students. This is your first step to a brighter future. EC for IE students is one of my program in IE undergraduate program this year. The reason why I decided to create this club is that a lot of feedbacks from our stakeholders point out that our graduates' English ability need some improvements. Turns out that English or international language is not one of our student priorities. Thus, our English ability is not that good. I really want to break this by creating this program, English Club. I understand that not all of our students have the dream to become international employee, international specialist, international expert, international student, or have any international profession. However, like it or not, we are in the globalization era. We are not in the 2000 era. We are not cavemen anymore. We are not villager anymore, right? Globalization era force us to communicate with our international colleagues, like it or not. This is inevitable. For you who doesn't have the ability to speak, learn, read English fluently, will be left behind, lost your competitiveness, even though you are Telkom University graduates. I also understand that not everyone here have the luxury to join English courses. Also, some of you might be afraid, shy to speak English because of limited courage or ability. That is why I, as a head of undergraduate IE program, want to facilitate you. This program is free for you, and it is relaxed compared to the formal education, right? To learn, exercise, hear, read, write, or any form of learning you want in order to learn English. Here I invited two guests. First is our alumni and one of my best friends, Dr. Irawan Nurhas. The second guest is your senior. Both of them have enjoyed the benefits of being able to communicate with English. Hope our guests can motivate you further and let you know how important English is. I hope you guys all can join and participate in this English Club program to help you improve your English. I believe when you do improve your English, by the future you will get. Help me, help us to make this program English Club more enjoyable, fun, and reachable for all of you. Help us to bring this good news to your friend, which is may not be here tonight. Thank you again for the team, for your time. Enjoy the event. Hope it brings benefit to you. For sure, I hope it is not the last time I see you in this event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
2, 3. Oke. 1, 2, 3. Oke, sekali lagi dengan gaya terbaik. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Gali, for the photos. And now let's invite Miss Ima to inform us regarding the English Club that is specially established for students of Industrial Engineering of Telkom University. So, Miss Ima, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Rehan, and also Cindy. Everyone, please allow me to mix the languages both in English and Indonesian so that I can explain what is English Club and why English Club is here for you, and also why, as industrial engineering, you should join English Club. Okay, so let me share some screen to help you understand what is English Club. So the biggest question for tonight is, will you join our English Club? And who are the initiator of English Club? And I think, as I mentioned by your head of department, Mr. Nasir, earlier, all of us here realize that English right now has become international language. And yes, in industrial engineering, you only have 2 credits in class, right? Hanya 2 SKS ya guys ya. Usually we have like another English at the end of the semester. So Mr. Nasir say, okay, Miss Ima, let's make a special community for industrial engineering so that we can improve our English. So our industrial engineering alumni or graduates can definitely compete internationally. All right, let's create an English club. And guys, we are not alone. We just realized that there are actually a lot of you who are capable of actually sharing and guiding your peers so that they can actually practice English with you. Yeah, so I think that's why we invite several industrial engineering students who are actually an active members of Student English Society. Mungkin beberapa dari kalian sudah mengenal UKM ini ya di Universitas Telkom. Di sini ada Kak Rahardi Indra. Halo Indra, are you here with us? Please turn on your video if you are here with us. Or say something, Indra. Or ada Kak Jocelyn Tay, atau sebetulnya Jocelyn Tay ya, karena masih angkatan 2021. Hi Jocelyn, are you here with us?
Hi, yes.
Yes, okay. Hana, hello Hana, are you here with us?
Hello, Miss.
Okay. Hi Maria Angela, are you here with us?
Hello, Miss.
Oh, yes. And also Jody. Hello Jody, Kak Jody, are you here with us? Hi Jody. Okay, maybe he's playing with his cat right now, yeah. Okay, Jody. All right. So everyone, right now, the initiator is being assisted by some of the mentors. We will try to accommodate and create a comfortable atmosphere for all of you so that you can practice your English. Now, in the future, we really want to so that English Club is sustainable. So later we will pass the torch, yeah, from the lecturers. So right now it's under Department of Industrial Engineering, still under Department of Industrial Engineering. But since we create this community for you, and we really love for the HMTI to be actively involved. So I think in the beginning of the next semester, we will pass the torch to the next or future successor. Yeah. So in the future, the activities or the programs of English Club will be under the HMTI. Wait, but why should we join English Club? If you want to improve your English, there is Language Center, right? So you can take like a formal courses. Or if you want to actually practice in a competition setting, you can join Student English Society. So why do we need to join English Club in Industrial Engineering? Well, here's why, everybody. Now, I just realized there are a lot of opportunities when you are able to speak this foreign language, especially English. You can participate in student exchange. And at this moment, your department, our department, Industrial Engineering, has 2 universities for the partners, UTHM and UTM, Malaysia or neighboring country. Yeah. And then we also have a joint degree, if I'm mistaken, and please, Miss Ayu, if you are here somewhere around, correct me if I'm wrong. So if you really want to have a double degree or joint degree, you can actually visit or study at Hanyang University. Yeah. And one of our guest stars tonight has an amazing experience of studying abroad in one of prestigious universities in North America or in Canada. And she will share with you how she's been studying and living in another country outside of Indonesia. And some of you guys, kalau misalkan kalian di sini angkatan 2021 sedang mengambil mata kuliah bahasa Inggris 1 ya, I know that at this moment your topic is actually choosing dream job and dream country. So you're actually dreaming of working abroad right after you graduate and learning the experience from one of the students here in industrial engineering. You can definitely see that it's not impossible. And later, I think with the policy of Merdeka Belajar, ya, freedom of learning, Mr. Nasir, there are a lot of opportunities for you to have internship in another country. Yeah, not only in Asia, I believe in also some European countries too. And the entrance for you to do that is, of course, you need to be able to have a proficient or to be proficient in English. And by the time you're done with your S1 or your bachelor degree, and some of you maybe wish to pursue higher education, scholarship, and there are a lot of scholarship available. And one of the requirements is, of course, you need to master English. And the next step, well, after you graduate, again, when I mentioned earlier, if you are actually taking English 1, you dream to have your dream job in your dream country. Yes, having or be proficient in English also open doors if you wish to work abroad. And that's why we established English Club in our department. We want to provide a comfortable environment for you to practice and use English. Hopefully, later with our mentors, we will come up with a variety of activities, including games. Yeah, who doesn't love games, right, everyone? So some of you guys probably be familiar with these games already. And especially if, oh, Miss Ima, I joined English Club and then I just couldn't find, the schedule, or sometimes I forgot, or, I still feel shy. I register, but I'm not actively involved yet or actively participated yet. There is like a strategy from the mentor. We will implement what we call, we hunt you. So we will send you a love letter, or we will call you just to say hi, yeah, just to make a simple conversation, yeah. Now, aside of games, we will try to also have like focus group discussions, like a simulation if you wish to pursue a scholarship, yeah. And then we will create like a moment to tell a wonderful story, because I know every one of you here have a wonderful story. And not only that, we could also have a roundtable talk show, yeah, learning or trying to get lots of experiences or knowledge from each other. And one of the challenges with public speaking, guys, speech, yeah, especially impromptu speech. We'll also try to have that sort of exercises too in our English club. And remember, the keyword is comfortable. So some of you guys are already comfortable in producing or speaking language, or some of you guys still takes time. So hopefully the mentors will be able to guide you throughout the experiences. Now, not only speaking, we'll also try to insert some writings. And hopefully, with Kak Irawan today and with Kak Maria today, they will introduce you to some of the people from abroad, and they can become your pen pals, because right now we are living in modern era, right, guys? I mean, usually pen pals is actually sending letters, like real letters using papers, but now we can actually send emails, chat via WhatsApp, chat via Instagram, yeah, so things like that. And definitely, guys, let's build up our confidence, yeah, throughout this activity. As you feel comfortable participating in so many activities in English Club, should build your confidence to use English in different situations. So hopefully you will be interested to join us, because by joining English Club, you will hopefully feel that everyone in the club is ready to share because they care. And there are a lot of opportunities that you can actually learn from each other. And not only that, if you're interested to become a tutor or mentor, we are open. Yeah, and especially Mr. Nasir here are ready to support you, even if you are just a member. There is an appreciation awaits for you, such as TAK points. Yeah. So later throughout the show, I think I can ask for Rehan or Cindy and also Gali and Erika to share the link in the chat if you are interested to join English Club. And the good news, it's free of charge, guys. Free. Yeah, no payment, no obligation, just commitment. All right, so here's the tagline for the time. Let's support each other and grow together. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Wow. Thank you, Miss Ima. As you can see there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of benefits that you're going to get by actively participating in the English Club. Oh, thank you once again, Miss Ima. So now I want to a little bit have a discussion with Cindy. As you know that by speaking English, we can get so many opportunities, like there was explained before, that we can go studying abroad. So I want to ask question to Cindy a little bit. Mungkin Cindy ada nggak sih kepikiran untuk punya mimpi? Wah, Cindy nih kayaknya mau gitu untuk belajar di luar negeri gitu. Gimana Cindy?
Waduh, ditanyain mau belajar di mana. Tapi tadi kepikiran nih sama yang Miss Ima udah jelasin, kayaknya ke Korea seru tuh ya. Gimana kalau Rehan nih?
Wah, seru juga sih ya, karena aku juga ada beberapa pengalaman dari dosen yang udah belajar di Korea. But from my side, actually, because I'm majoring in visual arts, so maybe I could go and take studying abroad in Austria, because Austria is kind of like the mecca for artists. So I think that Austria is the perfect country for me to be I don't know, maybe an expert, or not really an expert, and intellectuals in artists, or maybe anything. I don't know. But yeah, mungkin karena banyaknya pilihan dengan kita belajar bahasa Inggris, membuka banyak kesempatan juga. Jadi untuk itu, karena kita belajar, kita juga bisa meraih apapun mimpi yang kita impikan. Benar kan Cindy ya?
Betul sekali. Nah, mungkin nih ya, Rehan, karena sepertinya gestar kita ini sudah ada nih, Rehan. Maybe we can talk later gitu. Karena Rehan mau ada sesi lain ya sama kakaknya satu ini.
Okay, Cindy. So now, because the guests are here, we can continue to our next agenda. The moment we've been waiting for. It is time for the first sharing session with our topics for this evening: working and living abroad by Kak Irawan Nurhan. So allow me to call you Kak Irawan, because it is for us to to be really close together, can be relatable. Okay, hello Kak Irawan. So let me introduce Kak Irawan a little bit. He's an alumni of industrial engineering and he graduated from this campus who is formerly known as Institute Technology Telkom in 2010. A little bit told me that he was worked in Germany and Poland. Wow. So I'm sure you all must be curious about his experience right now. So without further ado, let's just please welcome Kak Irawan Nurhas.
Okay, thank you very much, Raihan, for a nice introduction. Actually, I already asked Pak Nasir that maybe today I will use more bahasa than English because my working environment is in Germany, and also for my I don't really confident to speak in English, but let's try. That's the important thing to if you can speak a foreign language, the important thing is to use the foreign language. So first of all, I want to correct, I'm not working in Poland, but Finland. So in Finland, and not working, but as a PhD student there. I hope next month I will finish with my PhD study, and then I don't know, maybe I will continue to work here in Germany, let's say, but currently I'm actually an employment here. I'm as a guest researcher at Hochschule Ruhrwest or Ruhrwest University of Applied Science. I finished my master program there in this University of Applied Science. But before we discuss a little bit, or before we reflect to my experience as working in abroad, maybe first I want to know a little bit question. I want to share my screen. So this one. Maybe you can help me with so this is the link. I shared the link in chat. So just please answer the question. What is the rule of the foreign language for you? So why this the first question? So I can understand the reason why you here in this forum. Before then, I can share my experience related to your answer. Honestly, I don't have any information who are the attendants for this meeting, what semester, the English skill, for example, or anything like that. So that's why I asked this question. Do you have the URL for this question? To answer the question, I share it on the chat. So, okay, we have one answer. You can also answer in English or any language you prefer.
Okay, to all participants, you can answer the question by clicking the link on the chat box. Jadi kalian bisa berinteraksi langsung dengan menjawab pertanyaan yang sudah ada di layar. Silahkan langsung klik aja link yang ada di chat box di www.menti.com /KT3SC2EXU. Kalian bisa langsung isi untuk berinteraksi langsung dengan Kak Irawan. Di sini sudah ada beberapa jawaban yang sangat baik. mengenai peran bahasa dalam komunikasi adalah sebagai what does the role that foreign language play to understand others better, sebagai penghubung antar manusia, to convey ideas, communication and learn. It used for knowing what someone means. Also, it makes us easier when we meet a foreigner. Wow, what an answer! It's complete answer. Thank you for everyone who's just interacting. Okay, you can still interacting with us, better communication skill, convey ideas, desires, feelings, and experience to others. Wow, it's quite romantic actually. Okay, thank you. Media bantu pemahaman, benar sekali. So all of this, it is the right answer, right, Kak Irawan?
Yeah, there is no wrong or right answer here. All of this, just what you think why foreign languages, the role of foreign language in your life, for example. Why you, for example, you learn English, find more friends, that's also true. I think it's important for me, find more friend, or for me, find another job, find a job for living in Germany. Provide information, connection is each other. Okay, maybe we can stop for this question and let's discuss about it. So saya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja dulu ya. Jadi ini salah satu pertanyaan yang saya pernah dapatkan waktu di kampus saya di sini di Jerman. Jadi ketika saya diskusi dengan profesor saya bilang, Prof, saya bisanya bahasa Inggris waktu itu buat komunikasi dengan yang lain. Kata Prof, nggak apa-apa, bukan masalah bahasanya, bukan masalah kamu cuma bisa bahasa Inggris, tapi bagaimana kamu gunain bahasa itu. Jadi bahasa itu bagaikan pisau, kata dia. Nggak penting siapa yang pegang. Kalau misalnya bahasanya itu dipegang sama koki, bisa masak yang enak-enak. Tapi kalau misalnya orang yang nggak tahu cara manfaatinnya, maka jadi masakan biasa aja misalnya. Tapi itu sebagai alat, di sini udah ada nih, media bantu pemahaman. Jadi ini yang penting nih. Kita semua udah dikasih pisau nih. Kita udah belajar pisau, kita udah dikasih pisau dan udah manfaatin pisau ini dari kita SD atau SMP atau SMA misalnya. Dan tiap orang dari kita beda-beda cara ngasahnya. Nah, tinggal sekarang siapa nih yang mau manfaatin pisaunya dengan sebaik-baiknya gitu dan memanfaatkan sesuai dengan konteksnya. Misalnya nanti butuh buat cari kerja, kan beda pisaunya misalnya sama pisau motong roti misalnya, atau buat kuliah. Nah, ini juga pengalaman dari pengalaman saya di sini. Ketika saya ke Jerman, saya bisa bahasa Inggris. Saya banyak pakai bahasa Inggris waktu dulu, terutama buat cari kesempatan beasiswa. Tapi waktu itu saya mikir ketika di Jerman, saya mau dalamin nih kultur Jerman itu seperti apa. Jadi saya belajar bahasa Jerman waktu di Indonesia. Saya belajar bahasa Jerman di Indonesia. Saya ambil jalan lain dibanding teman-teman saya gitu. Teman-teman saya semuanya perkuat bahasa Inggrisnya. Saya malah aneh. Saya belajar bahasa asing dari nol. Saya belajar bahasa Jerman. Nah, ketika saya belajar bahasa Jerman ini, mungkin di teknik industri kalian pernah dengar yang namanya Blue Ocean Strategy. So kita bermain di air yang jernih, nggak main di air yang keruh. Nah, ini ternyata peluangnya besar ketika saya datang ke Jerman, saya bisa bahasa Jerman dan itu membuat saya dapat kesempatan yang lebih banyak gitu dibanding orang yang sekedar bisa bahasa Inggris misalnya. Tapi tetap bahasa Inggris itu dasar ketika saya bisa jelasin, oh saya bisa bahasa Jerman misalnya, saya mau pakai bahasa Jerman. Ketika misalnya pertama kali bertemu orang, biasanya mereka bahasa Inggris dulu. Tetapi ketika kita nunjukin kita bahasa mereka, kita bisa bahasa mereka, oh mereka langsung, wah ya udah kita pakai bahasa Jerman aja gitu. Akhirnya dengan mengerti bahasa daerah tempat tujuan kita datang, itu tuh membuka orang empatinya lebih besar gitu. Kita mengerti cara mereka berpikir. Jadi bahasa itu menurut saya itu kita tahu mindset orang seperti apa. Kita tahu bagaimana pola pikir orang seperti apa. Karena tiap bahasa kan punya grammar beda-beda. Nah, kalau misalnya bahasa Inggris dengan bahasa Jerman tuh lebih detail. Dia misalnya sampai tiap objek tuh ada jenis kelaminnya. Misalnya pohon misalnya. Pohon kalau di Inggris misalnya cuma tree misalnya. Kalau di bahasa Jerman dia ada der Baum, dia kelaminnya laki-laki misalnya. Bahkan negara pun ada gendernya, ada jenis kelaminnya. Dan itu berubah-ubah tiap negara, tiap negara jenis kelaminnya. Dan itu pengaruh tuh ke budaya kerja mereka. Mereka lebih detail. Pas kerja orang Jerman tuh mungkin dari sisi desain nggak terlalu wah gitu ya, tapi dia presisi. Karena dari sisi bahasa aja pola pikirnya udah seperti itu gitu. Mereka presisi ininya. Dan ini jadi bahasa itu dia sebagai tool, tapi ingat tool ini kita harus pakai gitu. Nggak bisa kita biarin gitu aja, disimpan gitu aja. Kita harus sering praktekin biar bisa makin tajam kalau misalnya itu sebagai pisau. Dan kita sesuaiin konteksnya. Kalau misalnya itu buat kerja, pakai pisau yang benar buat kerja. Kan sebenarnya pisau ada macam-macam ya. Kalau di Indonesia mungkin satu pisau untuk semuanya. Tapi kalau di sini tiap pisau tuh punya kegunaannya masing-masing. Nah, pakai pisaunya sesuai dengan konteksnya kita mau kemana. Seperti itu. Ini yang saya dapatkan di sini gitu. Jadi dan pisau juga ketika misalnya masuk ke negara lain, kita bisa pakai bahasa mereka lebih antusias gitu. Saya alhamdulillah dapat kesempatan kerja di Jerman, dibiayain kuliah di Finland sama pemerintah Jerman. Itu ketika saya diwawancara pakai bahasa Inggris, saya bilang saya mau pakai bahasa Jerman buat wawancara. Ya mungkin karena saya juga udah kurang pede dengan bahasa Inggris saya, tapi saya jelasin gitu, saya mau bahasa Inggris, tapi saya bisa bahasa Jerman. Saya mau wawancara dalam bahasa Jerman. Dan mereka apresiasi itu. Begitu juga di Finland. Syarat kuliah di Finland itu tes IELTS kalau nggak salah 7. Saya bisa masuk tanpa tes IELTS. Saya juga nggak tahu kenapa. Jadi kita diskusi, jadi lewat video call diskusi, mereka bakal ngasih penilaian dari sana. Oh, kamu bisa masuk kuliah tanpa syarat IELTS. Kita bisa persilahkan masuk. Jadi sebenarnya tadi kalau misalnya udah tahu misalnya kita mau pakai apa bahasanya, kita bisa siapkan ke sana. Jadi kalau kayak tadi saya buat wawancara masuk ke kampus untuk S3, ada syarat TOEFL ternyata saya nggak memenuhi dan dikasih kesempatan untuk interview. Nah, A1 pisaunya buat interview. Siapin bahan-bahannya buat apa aja yang kemungkinan ditanya buat interview itu. Dan kalau misalnya kita bisa bahasa lokal mereka, itu kemudahannya bakal banyak banget. Saya dengan teman-teman saya yang beasiswa misalnya yang datang ke Jerman ataupun dengan biaya sendiri tapi nggak bisa bahasa Jerman selama di sini misalnya, itu kadang kesulitan dengan istilahnya imigrasi buat perpanjangan visa segala macam gitu. Karena mungkin kadang imigrasinya juga nggak bisa bahasa Inggris. Nah, dengan bisa bahasa Jerman, mereka izin tinggal tuh jauh lebih mudah gitu didapatkan. Dengan bisa bahasa lokal jauh lebih mudah untuk didapatkan. Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang mau ke Korea, bahasa Inggris itu wajib. Yang kedua, kalau misalnya bisa ningkatin bahasa bahasa Korea, pakai bahasa Korea nanti. Belajar bahasa Korea sedikit demi sedikit. Usahakan bahasa lokalnya. Jadi kita tahu gitu pola pikir mereka tuh seperti apa. Itu sangat membantu buat dapetin kerja, buat nyelesain kuliah. Oke. Ini mungkin pertanyaannya masih sama yang kedua. So the next question. Kok nggak bisa next ya? Nah. Yang pertama mungkin tadi dia sebagai apa? Jadi kebanyakan itu sebagai media, sebagai tools. Dia hanya sebagai alat. Dan alat itu yang menentukan kita. Kita sendiri, kita yang pegang alatnya itu gitu. Nah sekarang ini core-nya. Kenapa kalian belajar bahasa asing? Coba yang hadir di sini kira-kira bisa bantu alasannya. Oke, karena ingin memperkaya bahasa yang kita kuasai. Wih, siapa nih? Menguasai dunia. Oke. Kita tunggu 2-3 menit lagi. Kalau nggak ada, kita close. Karena ini menurut saya ini kunci utamanya di sini. So. Oke, ini terima kasih ya. Satu-satu kita bahas memperkaya bahasa yang kita kuasai. Pepatah bilang, jika kamu menguasai dunia, negara, maka kamu harus menguasai bahasa negara tersebut. Ya, ini saya setuju banget yang ini ya. Jadi semua yang ada di sini menguasai dunia juga bisa dimasukin. Learn new thing itu penting banget. Karena kadang hal yang mau kita pelajari itu pakai bahasa tertentu. Apalagi misalnya di bidang IT, itu hampir semuanya artikel terbaru itu dalam bahasa Inggris gitu. Ilmu-ilmu baru di bidang teknologi itu kebanyakan bahasa Inggris. Dan khusus di Jerman, kadang ketika kita publikasi, orang Jerman nggak mau publikasi dalam bahasa Inggris. Mereka mau publikasi dalam bahasa Jerman sendiri. Makanya peringkat kampus di sini tuh jarang masuk yang bagus-bagus kalau misalnya di peringkatan bahasa Inggris, karena emang mereka publikasinya tuh jarang pakai bahasa Inggris. Mereka mau bangga publikasi bahasa Jerman gitu. Mereka bangga publikasi bahasanya sendiri. Oke. Nah, ini pertanyaan ini buat saya kunci kenapa saya gagal. Saya bilang saya gagal. Kenapa? Waktu SMP saya belajar bahasa Arab. Saya udah bisa bercakap bahasa Arab waktu SMP. Dan menang lomba, misalnya lomba pidato pakai bahasa Arab. Tetapi begitu masuk SMA, saya belajar lagi bahasa Inggris. Belajar bahasa Inggris, masuk kuliah segala macam, sampai misalnya lolos masuk S3 misalnya, itu juga karena bahasa Inggris. Izin masuk S3 misalnya pakai bahasa Inggris. Mungkin yang nanti ngambil S2 juga makanya pakai bahasa Inggris misalnya. Dan sekarang S3 yang membedakan, saya bilang saya gagal di sini karena menjawab pertanyaan ini. Saya waktu itu selalu belajar bahasa itu karena saya mau nilai. Saya mau hal-hal yang sifatnya short term. Jadi saya mau dapat nilai A, saya mau selesaikan syarat masuk perkuliahan di S3 misalnya, perkuliahan di S2, syarat masuk syarat administrasi dan lain-lainnya. Jadi tujuan saya belajar bahasa asal saya syarat administrasi terpenuhi. Dan itu sampai kemarin, kecuali dalam bahasa Jerman. Jadi yang bahasa Jerman saya waktu itu memang niatnya saya pengen belajar bahasa Jerman karena pengen berinteraksi dengan orang sini. Tapi selain dari itu saya kebanyakan belajar bahasa karena short term tujuannya. Alasannya karena hal-hal administrasi. Akhirnya apa? Begitu belajar satu bahasa, saya lolos syarat masuknya. Tetapi saya nggak bisa melupakan bahasa tersebut gitu. Bahasa Arab saya lupakan setelah belajar bahasa Inggris. Bahasa Inggris saya lupakan setelah belajar bahasa Jerman buat speakingnya. Mungkin kalau writingnya enggak, tapi kalau speakingnya udah nggak dapat lidahnya. Nah itu tuh alasan teman-teman buat belajar bahasa, usahakan jangka panjang. Jadi jangan cuma masalah administrasi, tetapi camkan misalnya kayak ini, saya mau interaksi dengan lokal misalnya, itu kan jangka panjang ya. Saya mau belajar sesuatu yang baru, itu juga sesuatu yang jangka panjang. Apalagi kalau misalnya bahasa Inggris, hal yang baru itu kebanyakan dalam bahasa Inggris misalnya. Terus apalagi nih, menguasai negara, ya, ini mungkin kalau misalnya mau nguasain, misalnya mau berhasil, misalnya mau sukses di Jerman, misalnya nguasain bahasa Jerman atau nguasain bahasa Inggris. Saya sendiri saya merasa dibandingkan teman saya yang sama-sama PhD, saya ngerasa saya salah bahasa Inggris saya kuasain cuma untuk syarat administrasi. Jadinya ketika saya misalnya mau naikin karir, misalnya mau daftar ke jadi profesor, misalnya associate profesor atau asisten profesor, itu terkendala di sana. Confidence-nya untuk ngasih teaching dalam bahasa Inggris itu terkendala. Misalnya kalau saya balik ke Finland misalnya, akhirnya apa? Itu saya ubah. Oh, jadi saya harus belajar bahasa nih harus ada jangka panjangnya, dan yang jangka panjangnya ini nggak cuma untuk saya, tetapi untuk misalnya bermanfaat buat orang lain gitu. Nanti saya bisa bantu orang lain, saya bisa share ilmu saya ke orang lain, dan itu bikin kita jadi lebih sering praktekkan bahasa. Apalagi kalau misalnya mau nguasain negara, misalnya mau sukses di negara di Jerman misalnya atau dimanapun, itu bakal lebih kuat ininya, lebih kuat penguasaan bahasanya. Untuk kerjaan juga bisa. Jadi saya selama di sini bahasa Jerman yang bikin saya selamat bisa tinggal di Jerman selama 10 tahun sekarang sudah 10 tahun. Kenapa? Karena kebanyakan kerjaan di Jerman itu otomatis pertama dalam bahasa Jerman, yang kedua itu bakal jadi nilai plus kalau kita juga bisa bahasa Inggris gitu. Jadi mereka rata-rata masih iklan dalam bahasa Jerman, dan ada tulisan misalnya bahasa Inggris, mereka lebih prefer. Nah itu peluang kerjanya jauh lebih terbuka dibanding orang-orang yang cuma bisa bahasa Jerman aja. Jadi kita ada nilai plus. Apalagi kalau misalnya kita bilang, oh kita juga bisa bahasa Indonesia, itu nilai plusnya makin banyak. Jadi teman-teman kalau misalnya keluar negeri, bisa bahasa Indonesia, bisa bahasa Inggris, bisa bahasa lokalnya, wah itu ada banyak peluang. Ada banyak peluang yang terbuka untuk dapat kerjaan, untuk buka networking yang tadi misalnya butuh networking. Seperti itu. Terus, gimana cara next-nya? Nah, tadi saya refleksi tentang apa yang membuat saya gagal dari sisi bahasa, jadi harus punya jangka panjang gitu. Tujuan jangka panjang pas belajar bahasa, nggak cuma tujuan administrasi atau misalnya nilai dapat A, tapi benar-benar harus lihat ke depannya apa manfaat jangka panjang dari belajar bahasa itu. Nah, dalam perjalanan saya, bahasa itu ada 3 sebenarnya. Jadi ada social cultural language, jadi kayak semacam bahasa Inggris atau bahasa lokalnya. Tapi ada juga dua bahasa lain yang tiga-tiganya ini kita harus orchestrating. Jadi kita harus pintar-pintar gimana ngaturnya gitu. Mana yang harus kita kuatkan, atau misalnya kalau ada kita lemah, kuatkan di posisi lainnya gitu. Nah, yang pertama yang cultural language, social language. Jadi interaksi dengan orang lain, tapi nggak sekedar interaksi, kita harus belajar. Oh, budaya mereka itu seperti apa sih? Kita pahami mereka cara nyusun grammar itu kayak gimana, biar kita tahu pola pikir mereka itu seperti apa, gimana mereka menyelesaikan masalah. Nah ini nih, itu menyangkut masalah budaya juga di sana. Jadi masalah warna, mereka kadang ada warna yang lebih prefer, ada warna yang enggak misalnya. Masalah kalau saya dari Makassar pindah ke Bandung, oh ternyata di Bandung tuh ada ini juga misalnya tipe-tipe bahasa, ada yang lebih halus, ada yang sopan misalnya. Nah itu kita pelajari itu yang seperti itu. Karena itu bakal membantu. Terus nggak cuma bahasa itu, ada namanya spiritual language. Nah, kita gimana caranya komunikasi dengan Sang Pencipta, dengan Allah misalnya, dengan Tuhan. Ketika misalnya kita dalam kesusahan di luar negeri, saya pernah kesusahan misalnya terkait masalah visa misalnya. Wah, saya gimana nih visa di sini? Nah, social language mungkin, sosial sama cultural language mungkin nggak bisa nyelamatin lagi misalnya. Ya udah, pakai spiritual language di situ. Kita komunikasi, kira-kira gimana cara ya tunjukin gitu jalan keluarnya. Nah, yang terakhir ini juga penting, tapi ini tergantung konteksnya. Namanya programming language atau profession language, tech language. Jadi kuasain juga bahasa di profesi kita. misalnya saya sebagai lulusan teknik industri sekarang masuk ke sistem informasi, saya kuasain misalnya saya belajar misalnya programming language, ada macam-macam, Pak, cari yang menurut saya paling enak buat saya, dasarnya bukan IT misalnya, ya udah saya belajar misalnya Python sama JavaScript misalnya, seperti itu. Nah, 3 hal ini misalnya saya daftar kerjaan atau daftar lowongan di profesor misalnya, saya kurang kuat kurang kuat masalah social language-nya, cultural language-nya, saya nggak terlalu ngerti budaya si prof itu seperti apa. Ya udah saya pakai misalnya dari sisi programming language, saya kuatin di sana. Jadi saya tunjukin saya bisa bahasa pemrograman Python misalnya, seperti itu. Jadi 3 ini yang bakal ngebantu. Dan bahasa Inggris menurut saya itu dasarnya. Kalau sekarang ya hampir semuanya tuh bahasa Inggris, hampir semuanya bahasa Inggris. Jadi bahasa Inggris itu dasarnya. Sekarang teman-teman tiap orang bikin Blue Ocean strateginya sendiri-sendiri. Mau bahasa Inggrisnya dikuatin banget, bisa maju ke sana gitu. Atau mau tambahin bahasa lain misalnya, masukin bahasa lain, terus tambahin bahasa yang kaitan dengan profesi. Mungkin itu aja yang bisa saya sharing. Kalau ada pertanyaan, silahkan. Atau mungkin saya kembalikan ke MC-nya.
Okay, thank you. Wow, what an
Mantap.
experience from Kak Irawan. We can learn so much about working and living abroad, plus staying abroad too. And of course, we cannot wait for what's about to come for us in the future. And now, for those who are still curious about these topics, we still have a Q&A session with Kak Irawan Nurhas. So if you have a question about this topic, you can raise your hand and unmute your microphone, or you can type your question in the chat box and I will deliver the question. But there's a twist. We also have a door prize for the one lucky person. So let's see, are you the lucky one? Okay, if you have a question, you can raise your hand and unmute, or you can just type it on the chat box and I will deliver the question for you. Oke, gimana ya Cindy, tadi menarik banget ya materinya ya dari Kak Irawan.
Menarik banget ya, aku sampai kayak, wah banyak banget yang aku catat dari tadi nih, Rehan. Keren banget Kak Irawan, luar biasa.
Iya benar,
Ini
keren
spoiler
banget.
sedikit begitu ya. Spoiler sedikit nih, Pak Irawan dulu seangkatan sama saya. Kita dulu berlomba sebenarnya. Kita berlomba untuk kuliah di luar bareng-bareng. Termasuk Bu Ayu setelah lulus. Jadi kita berburu les bahasa Inggris bareng. Bu Ayu juga mungkin sempat dulu sempat les bareng Pak Irawan juga ya. Les bahasa Jerman ya Bu Ayu ya dulu ya.
Ada Ayu di sini. Tuh, Ayu tuh sama-sama di Jerman.
Iya, Mas Nasir, betul Pak Nasir. Dulu satu guru ya, belajar Jermannya sama Kak Irawan, sama Mbak Dita, sama istrinya Kak Irawan juga, Hani.
Oh ya, istri saya juga alumni Telkom, seangkatan sama Dita. Ya, sama Ibu Dita.
Motivasi yang bagus sebenarnya buat teman-teman ya untuk belajar. Ya mungkin tidak hanya bahasa Inggris begitu ya, tapi bahasa asing. Ya kan? Tergantung nanti kalian maunya kemana. Kalau mau ke Korea ya siap aja belajar Korea begitu ya. Tapi umumnya pasti bahasa Inggris dulu lah ya. Kalau misalnya kita nggak tahu mau kemana dulu begitu ya. Nah, sehingga ya ayo teman-teman ya jangan anti gitu ya, jangan alergi gitu ya tentang bahasa Inggris ya. Gitu.
Bahasa Inggris itu dasar, apalagi kalau di akademisi sama di professional work ya, di lingkungan profesional itu bahasa Inggris dasar. Jadi dan sangat membantu kalau misalnya di tahap administrasi ya, tahap seleksi itu sangat membantu buat dapetin apa yang kita mau misalnya.
Oke, wah keren banget nih ya. Ini kayak tadi gitu, berkompetisi antar sesama teman, sesama rekan gitu. Jadi bisa memotivasi kita juga ya Cindy ya.
Ya mungkin siapa tahu karena kita berteman, kita bisa kayak bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu yang luar biasa ini ya, kan Rehan pergi ke luar negeri
bener.
gitu.
Kita sering berteman, berkompetisi, memotivasi satu sama lain gitu supaya kita menempuh pendidikan lebih jauh gitu di jauh-jauhnya di negeri orang lagi. Wah, keren banget lah pokoknya. Oke nih teman-teman, kita boleh bertanya teman-teman, langsung aja
Intinya
raise hand
gini
atau
ya, apa namanya, teman-teman, apa ya, isi ini salah satu untuk membentuk atmosfer gitu ya, supaya kita punya atmosfer lingkungan yang saling menyemangati begitu ya. Terus saya beruntung punya teman seperti Pak Irawan, Bu Ayu begitu ya, yang saling menyemangati begitu ya. Tapi ya ini bisa jadi example. Nah, melalui English Club ini ya semoga bisa saling menyemangati lah. Begitu ya, janjian begitu ya. Nanti ketemu di ini ya, ketemu di Eropa ya. 2 tahun lagi kan bisa ya. Bisa seperti setelah lulus. Kan excited banget ya.
Saya
Begitu. Nah,
100% setuju sama Pak Nasir. Itu yang namanya lingkungan komunitas kayak gini itu sangat memotivasi kita untuk terus belajar, dan nggak nyangka sekarang kita semuanya udah pernah di luar negeri, padahal dulu kita cuma nongkrong bareng di Telkom misalnya, di gedung C misalnya, kita diskusi gimana nih kita, saya ada lowongan S3 nih, ada lowongan apa namanya tempat beasiswa segala macam, kita saling share tuh informasinya, dan kita termotivasi buat apa namanya, buat sama-sama saling ningkatin kompetensi. Itu saya alhamdulillah, karena bareng sama istri misalnya, istri juga dia sama-sama termotivasi buat kuliah ke luar negeri, alhamdulillah kita apa namanya saling menyemangati gitu. Istri berhasil keluar negeri, saya juga keluar negeri, dan istri berhasil dapat beasiswa S3, wah saya juga jadi malu gitu. Wah, masa istri waktu itu belum jadi istri masa dapat kesempatan beasiswa S3, saya nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain gitu kan. Akhirnya ini juga termotivasi juga. Jadi benar-benar kalau ada lingkungan yang seperti ini kayak English Club gini, ini sangat membantu. Nanti siapa tahu misalnya Ivone di sini, Ivone misalnya nanti ketemu dengan Nida misalnya di Swiss misalnya, sama-sama kuliah di sana. Itu kita nggak pernah nyangka. Sekarang mungkin kita di Zoom gini ketawa-ketawa, tapi berapa tahun lagi kejadian misalnya. Saya sama Ayu, kita sama-sama di SPM dulu, di gedung apa namanya? Gedung rektorat dulu, nggak tahu sekarang gedung apa, gedung informatik. Cuma diskusi-diskusi ketawa-ketawa, masa sih kayak gini-gini, wah kita ngerjain apa sekarang pas tahun 2016 atau 2000 berapa yuk? Kita sama-sama ketemu di Aachen. Ayu lagi kuliah di Aachen. Ibu Ayu.
Oke, wah keren banget ya. Oke nih teman-teman, kalau misalnya ada yang mau bertanya nih, kita juga ada door prize loh buat teman-teman. Jadi langsung aja bisa diketik pertanyaannya kok di kolom chat kalau misalnya teman-teman tidak memungkinkan untuk unmute nih teman-teman. Mungkin aku mau nanya sedikit sih sama Kak Irawan, gimana sih waktu pertama kali gitu untuk menginjakan kaki di negeri orang, terus memulai karir, itu gimana sih perasaannya? Mungkin ada tantangan-tantangan yang harus dihadapi gitu. Gimana tuh Kak Irawan?
Waktu pertama kali nyampe Jerman, terus terang apa namanya, bahasa Jerman saya belum bagus, jadi bahasa Inggris itu sangat menyelamatkan. Nggak pernah apa namanya kebayang komunikasi dengan orang, nggak pernah kebayang bahasa Inggrisnya langsung dipraktekin misalnya pas di situ. Dan pas nyampe di Munchen, untungnya kota Munchen itu kotanya internasional, jadi meskipun orang di Jerman mereka banyak yang bisa bahasa Inggris, mereka responnya bagus ketika misalnya kita bisa bahasa Inggris dengan, maksudnya kita bisa ngutarain kita butuhnya apa, mereka bakal membantu. Saya waktu itu nggak tahu caranya gimana keluar dari bandara. Saya mau ke kota Munchen, saya nggak tahu cara keluar dari bandara gimana. Akhirnya saya udah begitu di luar di stasiun kereta, saya nggak tahu cara beli tiket kayak gimana. Mesinnya pas ngeklik semuanya bahasa Inggris gitu. Nggak tahu menu untuk ganti bahasanya bahasanya bahasa Jerman. Nggak tahu untuk menu ganti bahasanya ke bahasa Inggris, nggak kelihatan. Waktu itu saya belum tahu. Nah, dengan bahasa dengan bahasa Inggris itu ngebantu banget. Oh, Anda diarahin aja, saya diarahin, terus dibeliin tiket, tapi bayar sendiri maksudnya. Diarahin untuk beli tiketnya, terus bayar sendiri. Tapi perasaannya waktu itu saya perasaannya senang, saya excited karena ini udah lama saya nantiin gitu. Saya emang mau ngalamin rasa tersesat seperti itu gitu. Saya mau ngalamin rasa hilang aja, lost kayak gitu kan. Saya pengen ngerasain itu, dan rasa excited jauh lebih besar daripada rasa takut. Rasa takut ada, tapi ngalahin rasa excitednya ngelihat Munchen pertama kali, bingung mau nanya orang seperti apa, itu jauh lebih tinggi daripada rasa takut. Orang tua saya aja jauh lebih takut dari saya, padahal orang tua di Indonesia. Orang tua nelpon guru bahasa Jerman saya, dia bilang, wah ini gimana nih, anak saya di tiketnya tertulis nyampe di Munich, tapi dia ngabarin lewat SMS nyampenya di Munchen katanya. Orang tua saya kaget, kan bahasa Jerman sama bahasa Inggris beda kan, di tiket bahasa Inggris tulisannya Munich, tapi saya ngabarin udah nyampe di Munchen, kata saya. Jadinya orang tua kaget, wah ini gimana, anak saya di sana nggak ada kabarnya. Akhirnya dijelasin sama guru bahasa Jerman, iya itu sama, cuma beda bahasa aja, satu bahasa Inggris satu bahasa Jerman. Tapi semua orang takut. Saya sendiri yang excited gitu. Saya juga takut, tapi rasa excited jauh lebih besar. Rasa excited, rasa syukur bisa nginjakin pertama kali di Eropa itu nggak bisa terkalahkan.
Oke, wow, menarik sekali ya pengalamannya. Tadi udah dengerin juga ada banyak tantangan-tantangan yang dihadapi oleh Kak Irawan begitu mendarat di Jerman. Terima kasih Kak Irawan. Nah, ini udah ada pertanyaan nih dari teman kita dari Angel N. Mau bertanya nih dari lewat kolom chat, katanya, Kak mau nanya gimana kalau misalnya kita berada di dalam sebuah organisasi, terus teman-teman kita pada jago bahasa Inggrisnya, sedangkan kita tidak jago-jago amat nih. Gimana ngilangin rasa mindernya gitu, Kak?
Itu saya sendiri ngerasain sampai sekarang. Jadi ini contoh real ya, maksudnya saya nggak ngarang-ngarang. Kalau misalnya yang lain jago dalam bahasa Inggris, tiap kita itu punya nilai plus sendiri-sendiri. Coba cari di mana poin kita tuh bisa menonjol. Fokus ke sana, jangan fokus ke yang negatif, yang susah untuk kita tingkatin gitu. Jadi saya sendiri dibanding teman-teman yang lain, misalnya yang lain bahasa Inggrisnya wah cas-cis gitu. Kalau misalnya ngobrol, saya juga yang penting bisa ngomong, misalnya yang penting saya ngerti mereka ngomong apa. Saya manfaatin misalnya dari sisi bahasa pemrograman, kan tadi ada 3 bahasa kan, bahasa pemrogramannya saya bagusin. Begitu misalnya mereka bahas apa, misalnya saya langsung ngodingin, misalnya nunjukin hasilnya. Terus yang kedua, bahasa spiritual kita kuatin juga, ya kita berdoa gitu. Selain kita belajar, kita juga kuatin doanya. Ya Allah, misalnya berdoa, misalnya Robbi shrah li sadri, maksudnya ya Allah mudahkan lisanku untuk komunikasi dengan mereka. Entah gimana profesor misalnya terakhir, saya setuju dengan idenya Irawan misalnya. Kita lanjut dengan idenya Irawan. Padahal bahasa Inggris saya terbata-bata gitu. Jadi kalau bahasa sosial sama itunya nggak bisa, kuatin bahasa yang lain misalnya. Ataupun tetap bisa di bahasa sosial atau culture, tapi kan di bahasa itu juga ada macam-macam. Ada yang bagus misalnya dari sisi grammarnya, kuatin di grammarnya. Kita nggak bisa speaking, kuatin di writingnya misalnya, atau listeningnya. Itu ada macam-macam. Fokus cari kira-kira yang paling bisa dioptimalin, yang disuka. Nah, fokus di situ gitu, tingkatin di sana. Sama juga buat kuliah sebenarnya. Saya kuliah 5 semester itu IPK di bawah 2. Selalu di bawah, enggak pernah nyampe 3. Bahkan pernah hampir 2,1 atau 2, berapa gitu. Tapi di 3 semester terakhir saya nggak fokus untuk ambil kuliah remedial, apa ya dulu namanya. Tapi saya fokus di mata kuliah yang saya bisa dapat A. Akhirnya apa? Di 3 semester terakhir, IP saya hampir selalu 4. Jadi 3 semester terakhir 3,9, 3,8, selalu 3, cuma dengan modal 3 semester, akhirnya nutupin semua 7 semester dengan lulus 3, dan itu bisa dipakai buat kuliah di luar negeri. Jadi perhatiin juga IPK-nya, jangan sampai IPK-nya di bawah 3, karena IPK di bawah 3, kita nggak terlalu leluasa untuk memilih jurusan. Pilihannya jadi terbatas dan saingannya juga lebih susah. kejawab sama yang tadi?
Oke, gimana ya, Angel? Mungkin dari jawabannya tadi sudah cukup memuaskan keingintahuannya. Terima kasih, Kak. Oke, baik, sama-sama Angel. Selamat ya untuk Angel telah mendapatkan door prize dari kami. Nanti akan segera dihubungi ke Angel langsung. Oke, since we have only certain so time, I apologize if there's any one person who has a chance to ask a question. Mohon maaf sekali karena waktunya begitu singkat, tapi jangan khawatir teman-teman, don't worry, because next we have another sharing session for this evening.
Oke. So, sukses buat English Club-nya. Kalau ada yang mau gabung German Club, nanti mungkin bikin di Telkom.
Siap.
Oke, siap, Kak. Terima kasih, Kak.
Sama-sama.
Terima
Saya
kasih,
pamitan
Kak.
dulu ya. Ya.
Terima kasih Pak Irawan ya. Terima kasih banyak. Terima kasih banyak. Lain kali sharing lagi ya.
Ya, siap.
Lain kali kita lebih inilah lebih.
Betul, Kak Irawan, ini perlu banget untuk mahasiswa bahasa Inggris yang 2021, Mas Nasir. Mereka kan sedang berbicara tentang dream job in dream country ya, Kak Irawan. Jadi cocok sekali nih. Tadi betul, belajar local language itu selain bahasa Inggris penting ya, Kak Irawan. Terima kasih untuk insight-nya.
Sama-sama, Mbak.
Okay, once again, thank you for Kak Irawan for the sharing session. And also, we have another sharing session that maybe we might experience soon. Yeah. So then it's time for the second sharing session with another topic for this evening, Studying and Living Abroad by Kak Maria Nainggolan. Truth to be told, Kak Maria has an experience of studying in Canada. So, hello, Kak Maria, apakah sudah hadir? Suaranya kecil sih, Kak, kalau di aku.
Oke.
Udah aman, Kak.
Kedengaran?
Kedengaran aman-aman.
Jelas. Oke.
Yes. So without further ado, please welcome Kak Maria Nainggolan. Woo!
Okay, thank you for the warm welcome, Cindy. Hi, everyone. My name is Maria. I'm currently a final year industrial engineering student at Telkom University. And first of all, I would like to make this session to be a little bit more interactive. So I'd like to ask one question. Is there anyone here who wants to study abroad, but you don't have any money because it's so expensive? If there is anyone who wants to do that, maybe you can raise up your hand. I just want to check. Okay, I see 1 hand, 2, 3 hands, 4 hands, 5 hands. Okay, that's good because that's the reason I'm here. So, wait, let me share my screen first. Okay, so like what Cindy has told you before, for the previous 4 months, I got the opportunity to study at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. And I have several minutes to give you a glimpse of my journey there. Okay, so the reason why I could study there is because of ISMA. So I think ISMA is quite well known nowadays. So it's basically one of the program from Campus Merdeka. So in my year, they offered 1,000 opportunities to all university students in Indonesia, and we got to choose which university we want to go. There were a lot of options from Asian universities, European universities, American, and now I just heard that they added Australian universities for these years. And if you are one of ISMA awardees, you don't have to worry because they're going to pay for everything, including your airplane tickets to the country that you'll be studying. The tuition fee, it's for my For my university, one semester, I mean, you need to pay around like 150 million rupiah for one semester, so it's so expensive. And they're going to give you some allowance as well. We got around 20 million for a month, but it's a lot in Indonesia, but in Vancouver, it's, yeah, I mean, you can survive, but everything's so expensive there, and it's actually one of the most expensive city in the whole North America. Other than that, they're going to pay you for your quarantine plan as well, and for your insurance. So everything is settled basically, so you don't have to worry about anything if you join ISMA. So for my year, we have three selection processes. The first one is administration, like any other process. So you need to submit your transcript and your English proficiency. Either you can use your IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and then you need to submit 4 short essays. And the thing that I want to stress to you guys, like, I know that some people may say that grade is not that important, but actually for me, I think it's important, because I think most of the awardees could get through this program because all of their hard works, all the hard works that they have been doing since the first year. So yeah, if you're still in your first year, it's better for you to keep studying, because your grades, I mean, it will be worth it at the end, because in ISMA, they actually rank our grades and they rank our English proficiency as well. So if I'm not mistaken, there are 3,000 students applying for this program, but only 2,000 got into the next round, which was the interview. So in the interview, it's kind of like a basic interview. So the interviewer was good. My interviewer actually, he asked about some basic questions, like why do you want to study in Canada, why why UBC and stuff. So as long as you practice, you can get through it. And then yeah, 2,000 got into the interview round, and then the final result, there were like 1,000 students who got the scholarship. And if you are curious, you can always check ISMA RI. They usually open their registration around March next year. And then if you are also curious about us, you can also check our Instagram here at isma.ubc. In this Instagram, we share a bit of our experience living and studying there. Okay, so in ISMA UBC, there are 10 awardees. All of them are so incredible and so amazing, because at first I was actually so insecure because they are so smart, and most of them are from the public universities. But after communicating with them, I realized that there's actually no difference between like public and private universities, because at the end you are also worthy, because you could get into this program and you could be together with them. So so if you're like insecure of your English, well, actually you don't have to, just embrace it and practice. And that's why I'm so glad that the Faculty of Industrial Engineering has this English club, because in this club you don't have to be afraid, and you can like practice your English with your fellow students, which may be less intimidating than like speaking with the lecturer. Okay, so here's the picture of us flying from so we flew from Jakarta to Narita and then to Vancouver. It was a long process. It was a long flight. It took us around 18 hours to arrive in Vancouver, but it is, but there's nothing that we regret because this is the first view that we saw when we were at the plane. So we went there around December, so it was still snowing heavily. So we were so glad to see this in the airplane. And yeah, it's actually kind of like shameful, but in the airplane, we were kind of like Nora, because we were taking pictures of this because it was our first time going to Canada, and it's our first time seeing snow-capped mountains as well. But yeah, that's fine. And then in the first day in Vancouver, like we need to take some COVID test, but the COVID test is kind of different from Indonesia, because in Indonesia usually they will like they have the long stick and then they will put it into your nose and then to your throat. But in Canada, they didn't really go through that deep. So it was less painful than in Indonesia. So after we got our COVID test, we went into our quarantine dorm, and then we stayed there up until we got our negative result back. So yeah, more or less we only quarantined for 12 hours because all of our COVID tests turned out to be negative. And then in the first day in Vancouver, we went to the beach, and as you can see, we were all freezing, like our nose were red because it was so cold there. If I'm not mistaken, it was around -17 degrees when we arrived there. I mean, we traveled from a tropical country like around 25 degrees to like -17. So it was kind of, it was kind of difficult at first, but eventually we adapted to the weather. So here's the picture of us going to the Rack Beach. So yeah, UBC has everything. They even have beach on their university. And this beach is actually the longest beach in British Columbia, the province. Okay, so here's the picture of me and my friends standing in their library. As you can see, it's so pretty. Like I really like I miss it so much. So this library has been there for quite a long time. The building is kind of like classics and thing. And yeah, when we arrived there, actually we can just go to the library. And since it was COVID, the library was not open 24 hours, so it only opens during the school time. Okay, so like what I said before, UBC has so many things. They even have their own museum. As you can see in the last picture, it was actually the bone, like the real bone of blue whale. So somehow they managed to collect the bones of the blue whale, which was deserted in some area in British Columbia, and they arranged it and then they put it into this museum. And we also have an orchestra ballroom, so you get to watch any opera for free. So you don't have to pay for a single bit to watch a world-class performance. And you can also go to the museums free as well because you're the students. And the right side, it was the picture of the Anthropology Museum. It was actually quite famous in BC, and they have they have a lot of sculptures related to the First Nations. First Nations is like the suku asli of orang-orang Canada there. Okay, and then we also have 3 ice rings, like ice skating rings. So we only, actually it was free, but we need to pay $4 to rent the skates. But it's actually like less inexpensive, like it's cheaper compared to in PVJ. Like if you want to go ice skating, you need to pay around like 100 rupiah something, but in UBC you only have to pay like 40.000. And you get to watch hockey games as well, as you can see here, and it's free. So hockey is actually the authentic Canadian sport, because like most of the locals, they can play hockey. And in the right picture, we were invited by the Faculty of Forestry to watch the like the game, like the national hockey games. So, and it's free as well, or because like otherwise you have to pay around like 2 million rupiah to watch the game, but they paid, like they gave it for free for us. Okay, so next I'm gonna share about my dorm. So we live in a shared dorm. Since that I live in the first floor, I own the room. My flat is smaller compared than my friends, so I only have 3 roommates. As you can see in the picture, they're so cute. And but my other friends, they had 5 roommates living with them. But I wasn't really surprised when I got there, because I was used to living in a dorm. Like if you are, yeah, if you've ever like gone to Telkom University before the pandemic hit, you know that living in a dorm is a compulsory. So I actually really enjoyed it, because it's less lonely, because you have your friends, and there's someone who's always there. Like you can actually, like, you can talk to anyone if you want to. Like when you meet in the kitchen, you can like you can like socialize while cooking together. And yeah, and we also go shopping together. We shopping for groceries together, and we also celebrate birthday, as you can see here at the bottom pictures. So it's actually like so much fun, because yeah, you have your own private room, but you share the bathroom and the kitchen with your roommates. And I know why, but I think the Faculty of Forestry, which was the department that I was studying in UBC, they somehow managed to get us to different dorms. So all of the ISMA UBC awardees, we lived in different rooms. Probably the reason why they did that, so that we could socialize with the locals, like instead of our own Indonesian ISMA UBC friends. Okay, so in UBC, we were allowed to only take 3 courses. So one course equals to 3 credits, like 3 SKS in Telkom. So yeah, 3 courses, it's not a lot compared to Telkom, but the workload there, I can say that it's more difficult compared in like Indonesian universities. Like, so I took alternative energy systems, in which I learned about the renewable energy in Canada. And then in this class, we have a weekly assignment about the topic that we're learning. So it's basically it's a bit similar with the physics that we're studying. So we need to do some calculations. And then for the midterm, we need to write a paper. And then for the final, we had to solve a case study. Then the second one is actually my favorite, the science of forest and conservation. Because actually at first I was I was totally confused when I went to this class, because it's totally different from what we're studying in industrial engineering. Like I used to be an industrial engineering student, but then suddenly like I have to change to a forestry student. Like I know nothing about forestry, but the professors were so accommodating, and they were so supportive, and the way they explain it, I do actually, I really like it. Like they explain as if you were someone who's new to this topic. So they really took like they were really patient in delivering the materials. So in this class, like the title, I basically learned about the forest, like the way, like how they transform from seed to trees, and then the type of trees. And in this class, we actually have a field trip to the forest. So it was like so fun because we got to implement what we've been learning in the class. So we measured the height of the trees, and then we identified the trees. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And UBC itself, they UBC actually they have their own forest. So UBC is actually like a very big campus. It's like, I think like 10 times bigger than Telkom University. So it's so big, like they have their own forest there. And then for the third course that I took, it was the forest conservation economics. So it's basically the same with the economics that we're studying in industrial engineering. Like we learn about the financial analysis, but it's like the thing that we learned, like the study case was from the forestry. So we need to calculate the the land expectation value, and then we also need to like calculate the financial analysis for the forestry as well. For these two courses, I don't have any weekly, or maybe I have like weekly quiz, but I don't have any weekly assignment. And in this course, they have both of the midterm and the final were like multiple choice questions. So and you can't bring anything, so you need to memorize everything. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the challenges that I faced there. The first thing I will say, it was the weather. Like it was so cold, and I think most of us, we under prepared, like we didn't expect it to be that cold, because from what we heard, usually the coldest Vancouver could be was only around 3 degrees Celsius, but when we got there, it was minus 11, minus 17. So yeah, first thing, the challenge is the weather. And yeah, because it's cold, you need to eat a lot, and most of us, we gain weight because yeah, although that we walk, but we also need to consume, like we need to take a lot of carbohydrates. So yeah, we gain weight, and I couldn't fit into most of my clothes, but that's fine because I'm happy. Yeah, and then the second one will be in the academic settings. It was like what I said before, it was totally different from what we had in Indonesia. Like in UBC, everyone is so critical, and there is no stupid question. Like what from what I noticed, like studying in Indonesia, sometimes we are afraid to ask question because we know that someone's going to judge us or else. But in UBC, the professor will praise you if you ask questions. They will say, even if your question is so simple, they will say, oh yeah, that's a good question, and they will proceed to the answers. And they have office hours, so you could just come to their office hours. Usually they have like 2 hours. They have like 2 hours. So they have spare 2 hours for the office hours. And yeah, you can just talk with them. You can talk about the things that you don't understand. Maybe you are too afraid to ask it in front of everyone. Then you can just come to their office hours to talk about things. Like as you can see from here, like these are the professors from my alternative energy systems class. Like from the left one, it was Professor Jack Sadler, and then from the right one, it was Professor King Shitu, and he looks so young, like you can barely notice that he's actually a professor. Like he looks like one of us. But yeah, like both of them, they're like so friendly. So, and even if you are like, even if you're still afraid to ask question to the professors, you can always go to their TA. TA is like ASDOS, yeah, teaching assistant, and then they will help you like in whatever that you need help. And yeah, apart from the academic, and then the third one, I would say it was the social. Because when we got there, it was during the third wave of the pandemic. So we spent the first month online. So it was so hard to get friends because there's no one coming to UBC. Most of them were staying in their own country. So unless you look for friends from like online apps, but yeah, like it's still kind of hard to meet friends physically there. So in the first month, most of the time we hang out with our own like ISMA group. And but thankfully after the first month they decided to have like to have everything being back to offline setting. So yeah, when it was on site, we were actually so happy because the thing that like the first the major thing that we expect is to meet people, like to meet the locals and be their friends, and yeah, basically the network. So right after it was on site, it's actually pretty easy to get friends. You can like meet them from your class, from the class, and or from the like student clubs. And there are like tons of student clubs there, so you don't need to worry whether you're going to get friends or not, because like most of us, we have like friends there. um okay. Oh, and then the last thing probably would be the time difference with Indonesia. So sometimes it's a bit hard to keep in touch with your Indonesian friends because we were 15 hours apart back then. So like for example, it was night here in Indonesia, but it's still morning there. Like the time difference kind of hard. But eventually you'll manage with that time difference. Okay, and then the benefits, I'll say there are tons of benefits. The first one probably would be the network that you make, like the rapport, the relationship, not only with the foreign